Hey, it's time to dish with D. That's me. Hey, folks. Oh, it's very overcast here. Let me turn my windows up a little bit. Very dewy this morning. I think we're going to get the sun coming out, though, later. It's supposed to go to 70, so I'm super excited about that, even though it is the end of October. So what are we vlogging about today? Well, I get asked this a lot, and I might have already touched on it several vlogs, but you know what? Sometimes subjects do bear repeating because different people watch them or just need a refresher. So people ask me, why Weight Watchers? Why do you tout Weight Watchers? Weight Watchers, technically is in the toilet at the moment. I won't lie about that one. They're, as a company, I don't know if it's mismanagement or misrepresentation or way you handle things. It's just, it's not really going well for them. But, Weight Watchers has always worked for me. I mean, I've never gotten a goal till recently, but I've always lost weight. Always. When I followed the plan and here's the stuck with it, because many times I'd lose, and we all get to that, where you're just not losing. You're just sitting there, and truthfully, and I say this honestly, I wasn't following as I should then, because I think you get into a rut, and the thing about that is, it wasn't more of a lifestyle at least for me then. It was more of a diet, and I think I had that diet, air quotes, mentality, because I always felt like, and I say this, and I know I repeat myself a lot, is it was a totally different experience for me lately. I started fitting in foods and incorporating treats and finding ways to lighten up my favorites and make a fake out of something, because truth be told, you want the cake. At least I do. And you'll find a way to get it. Whether that be, God, it's so foggy. Whether that be a hack, sugar-free cake mix. I've made many things with pancake mix. It hits the note that it needs to hit, and it satisfies, as my dad would say, the willy for what you want. Before I didn't do that. Before I wasn't bothering trying to figure it out. I would just, binge on it, and then, of course, that was always a hot mistake. But yes, and people, Weight Watchers is, and I hate to use the word, and I don't use it lightly, because easy. I don't want to, it's easy in a sense. They simplify weight loss for you with the point system. That's what I want to say. That is why people say to me, all these people are counting calories. Do you want to count calories? I give them props for counting calories. I do. I think it's a lot more work. Granted, there's apps now that we didn't have back then. But I'm all about, I need to know, I'm at that, I just can't, I'm lazy. I admit that. I'm lazy. I am. I need something that I can figure out like that. Are all points created equal? No. And I say this all the time. Just because something is within our points doesn't necessarily make it a good choice. And that's hard. And again, I blame Weight Watchers for that. I kind of do, because they give you points for what you want to do with them, not also explaining that all points are not created equal, and there are certain points, certain foods that your body processes easier and better and quicker, and there's some that it struggles with. Did you ever notice sometimes you'll eat something and maybe an hour later you're like, I would say a meal perhaps, and you're tired? Why am I tired? Like you need that mid-afternoon nap. Because your body is breaking down whatever you've eaten. In order for it to, because it's having issues breaking it down, you're tired because it has to take away from something in order to process that food. So that's why you're just feeling a little bit, why am I a little bit sluggish? That's why. And sometimes you're very energetic, and why did I eat this? And I have, because your body can process it better. I was told that by my doctor many years ago. I'd be like, why am I so tired? He goes, well, you had that fatty lunch. Okay, had that fatty lunch. So it has a hard time breaking down fats, has a hard time breaking down processed foods because they are processed, so they are complicated. That's why the purple plan on Weight Watchers is more of a whole foods based program. So I think a lot of the foods that you follow on the 0 point list are easier digestible foods. They're whole foods, they're more of a whole program. So that people ask that, well, what's the difference? And I'm afraid, and definitely keep those zeros in check. I would never sit there and not measure my anything on that program. I have my serving of rice, brown rice. I have my serving of potatoes. I have my serving of wheat pasta. It's just not like, oh, I could just eat the whole pound because it's 0 points. No, you can't. And that's another issue I have with, it's just, there's got to be some rules for 0 point foods, but here's the thing, what they don't tell you is if you go and if you go to track them, there is a serving on there. You're like, oh, that's what they want you to eat. Well, they don't tell you that anywhere big so we can see it, because we're people who like to eat and overeat, and you're telling me 0 point foods, I'm all going for that. No, you really should stick to the serving size of all those things. But I do think that has potential to be a great program, and I love the meetings. I am a meetings person, especially when I was losing, because I needed the support. I needed that pick me up when I'd go there. I'd leave there if I'd had a bad week, and I'd leave there pumped, ready to start again. And you get the support of people who are going through it with you, and they understand you. And they get it. Like, people in your own life are like, oh, please, Weight Watchers, or you eat that. It's just food. Don't worry about it. But the people at your meeting understand your struggle because they are struggling along with you. So they will support you. Your leader will support you because she is a former member, as she went through it too. So the support you get there, I really think is huge. It's huge for me, and I know everybody needs meetings, but back in the day I did. I don't feel I need them as much now as I did then, but that's what I try to give to you guys, because I know how important support is for somebody who gets it. I get it. I get it. Nobody's going to tell me anything that I haven't already thought myself. There's nothing ever is going to surprise me, because I've been there, done that. I get it, and it's a hard journey, and there's days where you just don't give a crap. You just don't give a crap. And you know what? I've had days like that, and you just do. You just need to eat, you need to eat, and that's it, and there's no rhyme or reason about it. You eat it, and you move on, and you get back on track the next day. You just have to, because in that moment, you needed to do that. And I'm not going to sit here and judge why, because I've been there. I know that. And it's life. Don't ever try to think that you're perfect and think that you can't go off the bender, because you can, and it's all right. There are people out there that won't allow themselves to have a bender because it's, oh no, I would never do that. Yeah, we all do it. So let's just admit that and move on, because it is what it is. My famous saying, it is what it is. But I do like the program, and I think each time it evolves. It's hard when it evolves because you're so used to what you're doing that you think the new program stinks. Oh, I was the first one to tell you that. I don't like this program. Because you're geared to what you're used to eating and what the points were for that, and then the points change, and you're like, oh my gosh. Because I went from Points Plus to Smart Points, and all my treats took a hit, and it was devastating. I was like, what do you mean angel food cake is now how many points? Because we all lived on angel food cake, because it didn't have any fat in it. So that was a very hard program for me to get used to. I did it in the beginning. It was difficult, and I was just struggling, and I wasn't happy. Eventually it kicked in, but then again, you just get into this because you're in this diet mentality. You're just tired of it. I was tired. I'm tired of tracking. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of worrying about that. And then you go, and then you leave and you put on the weight and you come back. But I do think freestyle was, and I love the word free because it was very freeing for me to sit there and actually believe it was a lifestyle. I felt it in that program. took me, not right away, took me a while to, and then now they're just have evolved Freestyle into a different, they brought back Smart Points, they made the purple plan, so they kind of evolved it, but it's definitely, it's good for what you want to choose to do. I do feel, and this is again my opinion, and I do feel the green is very more diety to me. It's more restrictive, but in a sense, it's not, because you're just having to count for everything, and it's basically telling you how much you really should eat of food. But to me, when you're putting me on that, I feel restricted. So it's up here. It's not the reality of it, it's just how I perceive the program. So I don't think I would ever go back to green. I did, like I said, did it for over 2 years with Smart Points. We just didn't get along well. But I didn't think I'd get along with purple, and I am actually enjoying it. I'm staying on it for at least the next, probably till the new year at least. So I'm very pleased with the program. I am embracing the foods on that program, which I think you have to be on purple. If you're not going to embrace the 0-point purple food list, you shouldn't be on the purple plan, because you don't have enough points otherwise. And that's why they don't give you a lot of points, because they don't want you eating a lot of the processed stuff. They want you to keep it so you don't have enough points for it. So if you're only eating 16 points of it a day, they feel it's something that you could lose with. Anything more, I don't think you would. So I definitely have found new respect for the purple plan, and I am enjoying my journey on there. And I'm not losing, but I'm not planning to lose. I'm more of maintaining. But you see, I have ups, I have downs. It's kind of how it goes. But as long as I'm within the same 5 pounds, I feel confident. Like, even if I would go up a couple, I know it wouldn't be anything that I couldn't get off. So it's just a good, but like I said, I had my maintenance points in, so I am eating more than most people on the plan. But that's how I choose to do it. We all have what we choose to do, and that's what's great about Weight Watchers. You could choose your options. Options are abounding. But that is all for me today. I just want to say how much I will always be on Weight Watchers. I don't think I would ever do anything else. It's I finally found a comfortable place that I'm comfortable in with it, and it works. I always say, I'm living proof of that. If I could sit here as a WW Lifetime member, anything is possible. It's true. You've seen my before pictures. They don't lie. If I remember to, I don't remember to insert anything, but I've showed them many times. You've seen them. 117 pounds. It took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, but I got here, and kicking and screaming most of the way. But I'm here, and I'm here to help you. So if you love my help, that's wonderful. And if you don't like my help, that's okay too. And remember, you're only 1 meal away from being back on track. If you enjoy these vlogs, give them a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, there's a button that hits subscribe. Doesn't cost you a dime. Hit that subscribe button. You can hit the bell and let you know when I upload. Who doesn't want to know that? Have a great day. Come to Tea with D. It's a great place to be.